8 athletes, 4 disciplines, 1 city. This weekend, the city of Hamburg, known for its harbour, the River Elbe, and its wide cultural variety, is solely focused on the action with swords and axes. Power, concentration and speed are called for to claim the prized ring that proves you are the best TIMBERSPORTS athlete in the world.
I've really enjoyed Hamburg so far. I've had a little bit of a chance to look around the town. There's a lot of history here.
Great city so far. It's been really nice. Some of the old architecture, old buildings, and there's a lot of history here. And it's really cool just to get to experience that.
The Champions Trophy is the toughest competition in the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS series. The stage is set in the magnificent harbour scenery for the 8 best TIMBERSPORTS athletes in the world to make short work of the 4 blocks. 7 athletes are on stage ready and waiting, but one of the guys is still missing.
Excuse me? Can you come help me for... Trying to find the cruise center.
That the lineup is complete, the battle for the champion's ring may begin. Here's the pairings for the quarterfinals. Brad Delosa against Christoph Geisler, Martin Komarek meets Matt Kogar, Dirk Brown against Jason Wynyard, and Sterling Hart takes on Roger Jahan. Delosa, 2 times Champions Trophy winner. Geisler, 7th place for the last 2 years.
On the wood. Get set.
And Delosa already got a small lead after the stock saw. The favourite increasing his lead on the underhand chop. Oh, what a good change from the underhand chop to the single block. Geisler starts on the standing block as Delosa changes sides already. 1:10.41, what a good time for the Australian. And 1:29.88 for the Swiss champion.
Okay, and the winner is Brad Delosa.
It's about to go down.
The second heat. This will be an exciting one. Matt Kogar, 2nd in the World Championship, up against the 3rd placed Martin Komarek. But in this sudden death contest, only one can go through.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And both guys off to a super start. Head to head after the stock saw. Now it's a case of getting over to the underhand chop. Matt Kogar, he's having problems on the underhand chop. Oh no! And the check on the single block already. The check swings over to the standing and Kogar's still struggling with the single buck. Komarek finishes off with 1:13.82 and goes through to the next round. Matt Kogar with 1:25.03 goes through to the small finals.
And the winner is Martin Komarek.
Heat number 3. Dirk Brown up against the reigning world champion from New Zealand, Jason Wynyard. And Dirk will have to do something extra special here if he's going to pull off a sensational win against Jason.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And we start off with the stock saw. Oh, what's happened there? Looks like Dirk Brown's got a little bit of a problem. This will give Wynyard a big advantage. Wynyard's already on the underhand chop. Wynyard's already changed, and he's finished. He runs across now to his favourite discipline. This is the single buck. Brown comes across now, and before he even starts, Wynyard has finished with the standing block chop in a time of 1:10.48. Brown finishes with 1:42.87, but he doesn't look very happy.
Okay, and the winner is Jason Wynyard.
No heat in this round. It's a contest from old against young with Roger Jaha against Sterling Hart.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And they're both off to a nice clean start on the stock saw. Running across now to the underhand chop. It looks like the Canadian's just got a slight lead, maybe one or two swings. He's through already. Goes across to the single buck. Jehan now comes onto the single buck, and Hart, he's already started on the standing block. This is one of his favourite disciplines. Hart with a time of 1:07.55, a personal best time for the Canadian.
Okay, and the winner is Sterling Hart.
The standings so far. In the semis, it's Delosa against Komarek, and Hart meets the world champion Wynyard. Geisler, Kogar, Brown, and Jaha fight it out for the minor placings. In the first heat of the 5-8, it's Geisler against Kogar. The American's disappointed with his performance in the quarterfinal and wants to show that he can do better. He knows how hard it can be in the Champions Trophy.
First time I came to the Champions Trophy, I had a rough start from going transition from the single block to the standing block. So I set up a lot more of those parts of the race just to get used to that.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And here we go with the first of the disciplines. This is the stock saw. Oh, Kogar, he wasted a little bit of time there taking off his glasses. But it looks like he's into his rhythm again, and he's really attacking that underhand chop. Kogar, the first to turn. Kogar's nearly through. Kogar is through and runs across to the single buck. Geisler, a few seconds behind. Now it's all a question about the stamina. I mean, these guys are getting tired already out there. Kogar's finished on the single buck, comes across to the standing block. If Kogar can keep his concentration, he should be able to take the win here. He's already changed the sides. Geisler's just getting a little hung up at the back there. But this could be a new best time for the American. Yes, Kogar's done it. 1:12.85, a new personal best time. Geisler finishes off with a very good 1:31.82.
Okay, and the winner is Matt Kogar.
Kogar on the stock saw. But he's clearly disappointed with his performance. We'll be back with more exciting action right after this short break. Welcome back to Hamburg and the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Champions Trophy 2017. So the contest for 5th place continues with the local guy Dirk Brown against the French Roger Jaha. Dirk Brown finds the format in this contest something special. Having to complete 4 disciplines in a row is the biggest challenge for me. This is a duel between 2 veterans.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And both guys are off to a good clean start on the stock saw. Just keep it going, keep the cookie nice and straight. Dirk Brown a very small advantage as he goes over to the underhand chop. Now, this is where the stamina of these athletes is really put under the test. It looks like Jahan has got a little bit of a quicker work rate. He was the first to change. But Dirk Brown, he's hammering that block. The block's starting to... There he goes. Dirk Brown runs across to the single buck, just with a small advantage. But Jahan, he's got the better start. Oh, he gets hung up. Oh! This is a neck and neck race at the minute. There's nothing between these two guys. The cookies fall almost at the same time. Jahan putting everything he's got into that standing chop. But this is one of Dirk Brown's favourite disciplines. This is where he can really shine. Oh, and Dirk has changed sides already. Could Dirk pull off a surprise win here? Come on. Jahan seems to be struggling, and Dirk's through. 134.96 for Brown, 153.21 for Jahan.
Okay, and the winner is Dirk Brown.
Brown was just a little quicker on the stock saw. Then he carried the advantage over to the single buck. Brown won the heat and then made a very surprising statement. This may be my last international competition, and I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the athletes that have put up with me and helped me during my career. Thank you to all my friends and colleagues that have always stood by me, and a very special thank you to my wife Claudia that has always given me her full support. A quick look at the standings. Koga and Brown will fight it out for 5th and 6th, and now it's time to find out who's going to get into the grand final and keep a chance of claiming the title. But now, it's time to dig deep into the reserves and continue the chase. Brad DeLoza knows how to do it. He's won the ring 2 times already.
Yeah, training's been really good, so I've trained quite hard for the last couple of months. So yeah, hopefully everything will go well.
But Komárek isn't going to make it easy for him, because Hamburg has historical ties to the Czech Republic. The harbour in Hamburg has a huge area dedicated to the Czech Republic since the Versailles Treaty back in 1919. At that time, it was the only access point open to Czechoslovakia that connected to the inland waters of Europe for import and export purposes. And now, a Czech returns to Hamburg to fight for the Champions Trophy.
My goal in Champions Trophy is try to be the best European guy. I try to prepare, but this is the hardest competition in the world. My name is Martin Komárek. I'm fighting for Czech Republic.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And they're off in the stock saw. Looks like Komárek's a little bit faster. But Brad DeLoza, he makes up the speed on the changeover to the underhand. Now, who has got the stamina to keep the pace up? Brad DeLoza, he changes first. Komárek getting a little bit hung up there. DeLoza gets over onto the single buck. Looks like he had about 2 seconds lead there. DeLoza already over onto the standing block. But Martin Komárek, he's right behind him. He's not giving up. It looks like Delosa's got maybe 2 or 3 swings advantage. Who can finish this heat first? And Delosa's through with 113.53. Komarek comes in with 115.57. So Brad Delosa into the grand final, but Komarek looks happy with his performance.
And the winner is Brad Delosa.
The final hit that gets him through into the final. And Komarek working hard. He gets a place in the small final.
Martin pushed me all the way there. It's quite a hard race, so I'll have to go out here, have a little bit of a rest and recover, and yeah, just see how the wood comes out in the final. If it's a bit softer than that, maybe the time will be a bit quicker, you know.
In the second semi-final, Sterling Hart meets Jason Wynyard. The Canadian eliminated the Frenchman to get here, and Wynyard has had a hard time preparing for this contest.
I had a little bit of injury trouble leading into it, so it affected my preparation, but feeling pretty good right now.
And he's got to be fit if he's going to beat the younger Hart.
When you take all 4 disciplines and put them back to back, it presents a new obstacle that no other competition in the world has, so it's really difficult to train for.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And both guys get off to a nice clean start. This is a truly epic race between the younger Sterling Hart and the old veteran Jason Wynyard. They are absolutely neck and neck. They turn almost at the same time. Jason Wynyard, quicker on the underhand. He gets onto the single buck first, and he loves this discipline. Jason Wynyard on the standing block. And Sterling, he's just moving so quick across the deck. Look at his work rate. Sterling Hart, he's caught up. He's the first to change. Really fast work rate there from Sterling Hart, and he took it. With a new personal best time, Hart beats Wynyard.
It was very frustrating for me because I was looking forward to the Champions Trophy, but sustained a bad back injury over the Easter period, and it's unfortunately come back again. So the doctor was very helpful and gave me a pain anaesthetic. So it's not so bad now, but very frustrating not to be able to compete. We'll be back next year and hopefully get rid of these injury troubles and have a stronger competition.
And the winner is Sterling Hart.
And here's the final blow that took Sterling Hart into the big final.
That was what the Champions Trophy was all about. You know, we both had tough underhands, but he came off ahead. He's an extremely strong single swear, so I had to give it all him in that event. He still came off ahead, so I knew I really had to pick it up in the standing block. Luckily, those both came up tough too, and I just managed to get them.
We'll be right back with the STIHL Champions Trophy 2017 from Hamburg, right after this break. Welcome back to Hamburg, where there's still plenty more action to come in the finals of the STIHL Champions Trophy 2017. In the small final, it's going to be a contest for Komarek against the clock, as Jason Wynyard has had to pull out due to an injury. In the big final, we'll see Brad Delosa going up against Sterling Hart, fighting to the finish to claim the ring. The Czech has already got the win in his pocket, so long as he doesn't get a DQ, he should be able to take third place, but proving what a sportsman he is. He wants to show that he has earned a place and earned this third place in the Champions Trophy, and he steps up his game once more, improving on his time from the last heat. He finishes with a time of 113.96. and enjoys the celebrations from the spectators.
The time is good.
And it's not only the time that's good, but Martin Komarek is also feeling good. I'm sorry that I couldn't compete against Jason. It would have been a really good battle. And now we come to the duel that everybody's been waiting for. Two outstanding athletes head-to-head in the big final. Delosa has already proved himself. He's taken the ring 2 times already.
Make the transition from one discipline to the other is quite hard to do, but if you can master that, it goes a long way to helping you win it.
The young Canadian challenger not showing any signs of being nervous before the big final. He's even looking forward to it.
Final's gonna be a bit of a battle. Brad Delosa's won this twice before, but I've done all the hard yards, and he's a couple years older, and I'm a couple years wiser, so we'll see what happens.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Here we go in the grand final, and it looked like Hart had a bit of a bad start there on the stock saw. And at this level of competition, one small mistake can cost you the win. Brad Delosa, he's got so much experience. He's won this competition already 2 times. Oh, look at the power he's putting into those swings. Brad Delosa getting his whole weight behind those swings. Brad Delosa definitely now with a small advantage. He's first over to the single buck. So, can the veteran keep the momentum going and keep in front of the younger guy? Brad Delosa definitely got at least 1 or maybe 2 swings advantage. He's changed sides already. This is a nail-biting final. This is so close. Brad Delosa, he's almost there. 1 more hit. He's through, and Brad Delosa wins the Champions Trophy 2017 with 1:2.23 seconds. Sterling Hart sets a new personal best time of 1:02.71, and the Canadian just can't believe it.
And the winner is Brad Delosa.
One more time. A small mistake from Hart in the background that probably cost him the final. Delosa really quick on the change to the single buck and the deciding blow to victory. Brad Delosa takes the Champions Trophy for the 3rd time.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, I think the Champions Trophy is such a hard race, and so much training and effort goes into, you know, preparing, getting yourself ready for it. It's always very satisfying to win.
I'm pretty excited, so I'm happy with performance today.
Anytime a race is that close, you always do the what ifs in your head. Tiny few little mentor errors that come from running 3 races in a row, but overall, I'm pretty happy with 2nd place.
Yeah, it's just amazing, and yeah, I'm very honoured to win the 3rd one, you know.
With some of the highlights of the day, we say auf Wiedersehen to the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Champions Trophy of 2017 from Hamburg, and hope that you enjoyed the show. Make sure to tune in again next time for some more. hands on the wood action.